Hi everyone. We started getting complaints from prisoners on the wing. Two prisoners weren't maintaining their hygiene and it had become a serious problem. The smell was spreading down the landing, tensions were rising, and it was only a matter of time before things kicked off. The job of sorting it out landed on me, and I knew both these prisoners well, and I also knew that both of them struggled with mental health. One was a self-harmer and the other was a chronic bedwetter. So my colleague and I started with the easier of the two. We stripped all the bedding and clothing and sealed it in a biohazard bag. Websdale was given soap, a towel, fresh clothes and clean bedding. He stripped down and stepped into the cell shower. So far, so good. Then we moved on to Matty's cell, and that's where things got harder. The cell had to be completely gutted. When Matty removed his clothes, his track pants were covered in faeces. He was in a terrible state, confused, embarrassed, and clearly unwell. Carefully, patiently, we managed to encourage him into the shower. We cleaned up as much as we could and provided Matty with new bedding and fresh clothes. Meanwhile, Websdale was still washing. At least that's what we thought. When I checked in on him, he wasn't just showering, he was shaving, not his face, but his entire body. Every bit of hair he could reach. Then we returned to check on Matty, and there he was using his heel to push the remnants of his bowel movement down the shower drain. It was one of those moments where you just stop and think, how did it get this bad? But the hard truth, the very next day, we were right back to square one. But the reality was, we hadn't been trained in mental health. We were prison officers, not specialists, and all we could do was the best we could. Thanks for listening. Please take care.